Hello, my beautiful peasants, and welcome back to the tavern. We are continuing this three-form multi-pose angel. It's gonna be awesome. I did some posing last night to get the first pose kind of blocked out for y'all, and just started looking at some different angel wings because we need some mangled versions as well. I don't know how I'm gonna fit this on the base, so we're gonna figure that out together too. I'm not all put together. I put on like real pants, which is jeans, not sweatpants, and that lasted for about 15 minutes. And now I'm in my cozy robe and ready to hang out with y'all and sculpt for the next few hours. So how are we doing, peasants? I see hello, just lingual and paint. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it. I was really happy with how quickly this pose came together. Her hands are like kind of in front of her like this, and like as if like I imagine like they're shaking because her chest seemed to like ripped open. So I might have to lower her hands a little bit so you can see her chest, but it's gonna be good. I'm very excited. Also, while we are here and talking, I wanted to celebrate with y'all. We are super close to 400 people supporting me on Patreon, which is lots of people. I'm gonna link that in the chat right now. If you're not already hanging out there, you should. It's free to follow at the very least. Is that a clickable link, or did I mislink my own thing? Oh no, it worked. I thought there was like a CW in it, and I was like, anyway, it works. Yeah, I want to tell you guys about that because I'm really excited we're gonna hit that milestone soon. Kickstarter is almost at 2,000. That ends in a day. I don't know, but yeah. Stuff's going really good this year, you know? It's the forecast of being able to buy a house one day is looking good, actually, which feels really, really good. Because about 3 years ago, I was like, I don't know if it's going to happen. So that's always nice. I think that's it. I really don't have a whole lot of updates. This is what happens when I stream back-to-back days. Not that much happens. All right, y'all. I'm gonna kind of lock in here and start working. If you guys have any questions for me, obviously put the at M3DM. It should pop up in orange and grab my attention. Otherwise, let's keep on keeping on, yeah? I'm gonna set a timer for an entire hour this time, just so I kind of know where we're at. That's not very good to have no breaks in an hour. We'll do 30 minutes. That's more reasonable. There we go. I said it out loud and I'm like, that's a terrible idea. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and disable that preview. Make sure it's working. Good. I've discovered I can hide my OBS preview and it uses a little less of my computer, so. All the little things you can do, you know? Let's take a good look at this character. Put this down here for now. And I'm gonna hide the wings for a moment because they're not posed or anything yet right now. So this is what I did last night. I did a little bit of sculpting on her face, not a lot, just starting to make her look a little bit more tired. And the pose came together really quickly, and whoop, that was neat. And really easily, which I'm happy to say. So yeah, we definitely won't have these roses on here. They're just kind of there for right now. I do think the sigil is cool. This is the base I'm going to use for her like fancy finished form, which is definitely not what's happening right now. So let's go ahead and let's do some base shopping to kick off the day. Just Single says, last exam before spring break is tomorrow, so mostly good. That is mostly good. I hope those exams go well. All right, let's do this like rocky, uncomfortable one. Oh yeah, and this is the pose before, like this is just in Transpose Master. This is the first pass of the pose. Just for any of y'all that are posing in ZBrush and you're like, oh my god, this is so hard. Yeah, it is. Just look at like your first posing pass. It's like a quick and dirty, get anything done, and then when you go back to all your subtools, you can refine it. So yeah, I get hung up in trying to get too much work done here sometimes. Just get it good enough. Okay. Let's go ahead and add that base here. It's a little big. Go ahead and delete this one, get that out of the way. There we are. Does this have any color? Ooh, no, it doesn't. It's pale. Let's get a kind of dusty. It's very purple. Let's go more dusty. There we go. Make the base totally black. We'll go with like dead looking grass. So I'll go with this kind of palish yellow. There we go. And then last but not least, I'll add some sort of variation to make this ground look a little bit more like sandy as opposed to whatever it is now, just stone. Make it a little more saturated. I don't really mind if the rocks are getting grabbed right now because I don't think they're gonna be visible. So let's go ahead and just delete those entirely. There we go. Just adding a little variation. Great. That's really all it needed. And that fits this character much better than that beautiful castle base. Hello, hello. Yeah, you are late. You were a whole 8 minutes late at the time that I'm seeing this. Unacceptable. All right. And as I mentioned earlier, or way earlier in yesterday's stream, I don't do the chainmail until it is posed. So you'll see that we're back to just kind of bland leggings again. There we are. This does look a little dark compared to yesterday, doesn't it? Oh yes. My lighting has forgotten what it is. Honestly, it's not bad. All right, so to create this, we'll click B for our brush palette, create insert mesh, new. With that new brush selected, now create nano mesh. And this will allow us to make chainmail pants. I'm gonna hold spacebar and do this again so I can get this new menu that will allow me to do all of the polys. There we go. And when I've noticed like once you pose it, the links kind of want to form together better. You know, they overlap in a more convincing way right from the get-go. I have to put my preview back on. It feels so weird to not have my stream up. There we go. Oh my goodness. Very good. All right, and let's continue. Why don't I remember where anything is ever? There we go. Let's have to dock everything to my custom UI. Otherwise I'm like, where am I? When you're forgetful about things or whatever, do you ever wonder what you're gonna be like when you're old? I'm like, if I'm like this now, oh my goodness. I'm gonna be like such an old kook. Maybe that's not the worst thing. I'm gonna make the size perhaps a little bit smaller. I think it was paint as how you melt down of a ring size yesterday. If you really care, you can literally just click like consistent, I think, or something on here, or constant, and it makes every ring the exact same size. I find that looks worse, truly. Like that's obviously really weird. Okay. Or my favorite answer, just manually place the rings. I have seen people see some success with doing chainmail as like an alpha instead. You just be very, very careful when you like make it like a tileable alpha, and it does a little bit better. And I'm mostly just picking on paint. The day is not complete if I have not picked on paint. Interesting. Oh, I never closed the pant. Let's do close holes. I was like, something about this is wrong. but I don't know what. I figured it out. There we go. I love using my contrast slider pretty much constantly. There we go. I need to pin this up here. That way people can see what the heck I'm working on. Hello, Catfish. Welcome in. Did you call me Discord channel woman? Oh, yeah, because I told you to post somewhere. Yeah, y'all, okay, I have enough trouble trying to wrangle in Paint who just posts random stuff everywhere. I can't have two of them, okay? It doesn't have to be, like, General's pretty open, but, like, I literally had Paint putting memes and share your art, and I was like, you've been here too long to be doing that. Obviously, memes in response to someone else is totally fine. If you're just gonna, like, airdrop memes with no context. People were talking in that channel and you were like, meme. Anyway, also, it's so nice when people do put stuff in resources and inspo because I know people scroll through that channel and it's become like this little wealth of goodies, which is really fun. Also, what you shared, Catfish, was really good. I love that. If you missed it, it's a video showing people sculpting like anatomy with clay. And I agree. I've watched those videos and it's helped me more than just watching people sculpt in ZBrush. So 10 out of 10. Good stuff. Oh, I love that. My little brother's already facing some memory issues and it's hard, but I mad respect him because his mentality is, quote, if I can't remember what I'm doing, I can be super sweet and kind. Oh, that's just a good way to be. That is nice. That way he knows he's at least covered as a good person. I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah. Oh man, I touched on something here with memory issues. There's a few people talking about it. Yeah. Aloha says, model looks super solid. I don't remember seeing a character of yours with hair this good. It's pretty epic. It's pretty epic. I think just it's unique, you know, because most of the characters I do have just like wavy hair. Again, it's their Caucasian hairstyles. I don't know how else to word it. They're not black hairstyles. This allows me to do so much more. There's so much more texture. And yeah, it does look pretty impressive. I love it. Okay, let me get this put up here. Perfect. And I need to tear open her chest. It's that time. Oh yeah, and if you guys missed it, this is the first pass of the pose through Transpose Master. Don't give up hope. Keep going. Keep going. It's not gonna look great in Transpose Master. It's okay. All right, let's look at this chest. The way I'm gonna tear this open is I'm gonna subdivide it once and then Dynamesh. 1.6 million points. We're gonna Dynamesh again, the low resolution. There we go. The prompt specifically is the chest plate looks as though there was a stabbed explosion in the center of the chest. So like literally blown open. Yeah, memory issues is apparently surprisingly relatable. I've been thinking about that more recently. I don't know why it's been on my mind. Actually, I do know. You know what? We don't need to talk about it. It's not a big deal. All right, tearing open this angel's chest. I'm going to start this by simply masking a circle. And I'm going to make it quite large because this is a mini and I need room for it to exist. I don't like that it's that color. I'll make it a little bit darker. All right, so we have the beginnings of it. Now I'm gonna take my move brush and just literally do a big ol' dent. Okay, we have a start. And then I'm realizing it's gonna kind of cut into this collar area. This kind of gives me some good moments for some asymmetrical details. Let's see how well my knife brush does. Always click number 9 on your keyboard to do a quick save before using the knife brush. Always. Yeah, do a little clip right here. Oh, that's gonna look good. So yeah, this model just needs to be completely beaten up. Wow, poly painting each clip is gonna get old. I know, I'm so spoiled. It takes like, doesn't take like any time. And I'm like, ah, that's too much. All right, her arms are definitely, I think, too high. We're gonna select her hands. We're gonna kind of cup them forward. I want her to be like horrified by, you know, the giant missing cavity in her chest. Would definitely be, you know, deceased, very dead if this was any other life form. But she's an angel. So what is this? This happens when you turn on symmetry and ZBrush gets adorable. Just turn off symmetry, click on this little location icon, and that will center it in your mesh. You can pretty much act like it's in symmetry. All right, there we go. That's neat. Very good. And then from these, we can do a really simple adjustment with symmetry turned on. What in the world? Look at this new explosion. Okay, that's obviously not symmetrical. So to fix that, I will Dynamesh. That way, if these meshes are literally the same piece, they can't explode. Just gonna kind of scoot these on here. There we go. I just want to lower it a little bit. Going to need to push her chest in, smooth that up. And then I'll poly paint that really dark. All right, we're gonna turn off poly paint entirely so I can really kind of get in here and see what the heck is going on. There we go. All right. Now that we have this, I've got some cool brushes I can use, such as Orbs Crack. Oh, stop. I love to sneeze. Ha! Got my mic button that time. I'm not a sneeze yeller, but I still have strong feelings on sneezing on stream. We're going to kind of go with a symmetrical approach just in the beginning to map out the shape, and then I'll start making it nice and asymmetrical. That looks pretty cool. Hello, said Mia. I'm sure you already got asked this, but how did you get the hair so curly with so much volume? Layers, 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 layers. I'll give you a little preview right here. So just a curl brush. I got it somewhere, but you can just make a coil. It's quite literally a coil. Yeah. So here's one piece, for example. So you can just use like this helix. This is already a default in ZBrush. This, I pretty much just use this. And then once I had one that I liked, I started blocking out the hair. The first thing I did was lay the cornrows down, have her hair braided back. And then the next thing I did was create kind of like this mohawk piece underneath it. So it was this and this. I did that first. And then once that was done, I created the bangs or their own section. There we go. Making sure I don't lose my polygroups. The bangs are their own section. This section in the back is its own. And I did another poof on top. Yeah. So it's just a very structured hairstyle. I was very aware of how it would work. I actually watched a woman on YouTube that had this hair texture do her hair like this. That was really helpful. So I literally watched the YouTube tutorial and then constructed it, which is funny. She probably didn't know she'd be teaching a white woman how to do her hair, literally. And it was extremely helpful, extremely helpful. So yeah, that's why it looks that good. Yep, you got it. There's a museum piece that is a breastplate of a man that was shot with a cannonball. If you want that, yeah, that is like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. Please post that in Tabard Chronicles. I would love that. I put it in general. Okay, yeah, absolutely. It's already posted. Let's look. Oh, that's like perfect. Okay, so, bam, check that out. Heck yeah. He walked it off. So yeah, it is more a round shape than I was expecting. I'm glad that, not because of cannonball, but the deformation isn't as tearing as I was hoping it wouldn't be. So I'm glad. What I'm doing so far is working. Yay, awesome. Also wrong channel. You know I had to do it to you. Curly hair tutorial for the list. I like it. All right, and we continue. And I want this to be pretty exaggerated because I'm concerned this will be easy to miss unless I make it like super obvious. Let me use a slash brush as well. Guys, my nose does not run unless I'm streaming. I don't know what it is. Okay. I don't like that. It's getting really curvy. Nope, nope, nope. I really don't have enough polys to make this sharp, so I will subdivide once. Not impressed with that. Still not straight. Chisel. There we go. That's more what I'm wanting. Also, still not really the texture I want. So I'm gonna Dynamesh again and subdivide again, and I'll redo all my polys and give me, there we go. Just want the crisp line. Cool. There we go. So I'm gonna outline this. I'm gonna have symmetry turned on. I'm gonna kind of play with my brush here a few times until I know I've got what I wanted. I'm not worried about chewing up the geometry too much. I can just kind of smooth it and Dynamesh that problem away later. Just want it to look cool. How's that reading from a distance? Much better. Very good. I don't think I'm gonna want this either. Let's push that shirt out of the way and then her body out of the way. Where the heck is the inside of this hole? There we go. Aha, I got it. We'll need to soften up this edge as well to make more sense. I'm going to use orb flatten edge and just start chipping without symmetry, chipping that away. Excellent. Channel woman, derogatory. I felt the spice. You have to be nice to me. I'll stick my mod on you. Or better yet, Allah will also start getting on to you about posting things in the right channel. This is what happens when you draw attention to yourself. It becomes fun for everyone. Very good. I think that looks better than the breastplate, but it's okay because you can't really see it super well anyway. There we go. And then throw a bunch of tertiary details on top of it. When in doubt. Haha, very good. Gonna see how big can I make this before it doesn't work. Perfect. Very good. Gonna look on the edges here, turn off symmetry, and start pulling some shapes down. So it's like a proper crack in the armor. I know I'm doing that thing where I'm focused and I'm like looking at it like this. I'm like, like, I don't aspire to have like a soft face while I'm sculpting or whatever, but I sculpt, like if I'm sculpting like a sad face, like I make a sad face. Like a lot of artists do this. I don't know, I just think it's very silly to have it when it's on camera. Oh my god, catfish. I will post memes in general. I mean, that's allowed to some extent. We'll see. We'll see. No, we're not doing the bee revolution. Stop it, just lingual. Anyone that's new and just lurking is like, what? We have a bee problem in the tab room. He's doing it. Hello, there's problems. Real problems. Right now I'm using the knife lasso brush to kind of just cut chunks off of this fold. How about I just like do a bunch and see what it looks like. Looks better than I expected. Have you ever tried just scribbling? I like that I have the pauldrons kind of falling off of her shoulders, you know, very, very slumped. How is her armor going to heal in the next form? I have no idea. We're gonna go with magic for $100. Oh, hell yeah, the bees are back. You were supposed to fix the problem, Alo, and not encourage it. This one piece of trim looks so weird. I don't want you there. No. Cool. So I enjoy doing the poly paint because it's fun. It makes the stream more interesting, but when I'm at this level of the model and polishing, I'm thinking much more about 3D printing and details and how they're going to show up. And poly paint can kind of make that difficult to tell what's actually going on. There's people that are so good at painting that they can just like paint all the details on. I am not one of the people. I need it to be sculpted on and then I can throw a wash on it. So if it's not Mia paint friendly, it is not to the M3DM standard. And it's not even that I'm not good at painting, it's just that I don't lock in. Mini painting is just like a relaxing, fun thing for me, not like, I'm an artist. This is my I'm an artist moment. I think that's a big misconception too of like, being like a professional artist and playing like creative games and they're like, oh, your Animal Crossing island must be so gorgeous. And I'm like, nope, hot garbage. Flowers everywhere, pathways, some of the time, decorations, random. Like, that is my relaxed time. That does not make things look good time. Do any of y'all play Animal Crossing? I feel like some of y'all must. I almost did an impromptu game stream last night. I was just sitting here and I was like, you know what sounds like fun? But I didn't. I don't want to burn myself out, guys. Things have been, this is like something they don't talk about with like finding a good flow with your work and not being burned out is being afraid of being burned out. It's like the dumbest little like paradox. Or like, all happy, things are going great. And now I'm like, I don't want to fuck it up, you know? I don't know. That's probably gonna have consequences. And before anyone's like, has anyone ever told you that you overthink things? Yes. That's why I have a husband to underthink for me. And mods to some extent, honestly. There's already been a few times I've asked the mods, I'm like, it might seem like a really innocent question to you guys, but it was something I thought about like 10 times and I already had an answer. But I just need you guys to tell me the same answer. And you guys did. You were like, yep, that's how we should do it. And I'm like, great. And I haven't thought about it since, which makes me really happy. And just while mentioning mimicking faces, facial mimicry, is actually a fundamental aspect of human brains, able to understand emotions and mimic them. There was a Minefield episode from Vsauce that talked about it. I love Vsauce. Yeah, very cool. We need to bring back more spiders to catch the bees, probably. But now that we have a spider bard leader, the spiders have unionized. I was looking at Spadira this morning, actually. I was like, I'm excited to work on that again. Did I tell you guys I finished Barry the Beer Golem? He's all posed and stuff. Yeah. I'm laughing because I'm looking at general right now, which is where all of the chatting is happening, where it's not supposed to be. I'm just kidding. This is just about done. This is looking really good. Oh, other than the wings. That's gonna be so much work. I mean, that's gonna be so much fun. That's gonna be so much work. I need to make like mangled angel wings, and I don't know how to do that. So I have some references and we'll get to that soon. Let me chainmailify her arms here. Nope. Come here. There we go. This is going swimmingly though. My goodness. Detail the crap out of this. I like it. All right, where is this going to be visible? Pretty much just the back of her arms. So that's where I will look at to make it look the best that I can. Where her elbows bend, stretch those polys, so these are much larger than the rest, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna go to ZRemesh and Same to get a more even distribution. Bam. So now, oh, it's been 30 minutes. 1 minute, I'm almost done. So now when I do this, it'll be much more even distribution. Where's Nano Mesh? There it is. I really need to dock that on my UI. I'd probably find stuff in ZBrush better if I didn't try to look at the entire UI at once. If I like showed you guys like a map, like a Where's Waldo kind of game, you know, or like the Find the Cat games on Steam, do you guys do it like a robot, like left to right, top to bottom, or do you just like randomly frantically look around till it like pops out at you? That's what I do. And I still do that in ZBrush. That's why I can never fucking find anything. I don't do it methodical. I'm just like looking and like, ah, there it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, that looks really cool. That could be like a real, it doesn't look like a spider web. I don't know. I want to do something with this kind of texture chainmail nonsense one day. Not today. This shouldn't even be visible right now. Go away. But it was cool, and I'm remembering it for future something. I'm like a shape hoarder. I see stuff, and I'm like, ooh, that's cool. I will use that one day for something. All right, in a pretty short amount of time here, we really beat up this model. Let's go ahead and add a little scar to her cheek. So I'm using orb cracks, which is obviously usually a hard surface thing, but I've been using it for organic shapes pretty much all the time, and I highly recommend it. There we go. Awesome. Let's make this a warmer, more poppy color. Cool. Now to do the rest of it. How are we doing? Oh gosh. Oh, this is one of my favorite memes ever. This is in Discord right now. Freaking love this thing. It always makes my day a little bit better. Okay, what's happening, Pepper Chronicles? Make the blob first. Oh no, honey, I know how to do wings. I am 1,200 models into this career. We got wings. I just don't want to make them all mangled. That's the hard part. Have I not showed you guys my wing library? I have wings if you have coin. That made no sense. All right. These are all the wings I have so far. These are the ones I felt the need to keep in some way. And then this is my favorite one. This is the one that I probably remixed the most. But yeah. Those are unexpected shapes on those. I like it. I like it. All right. Oop. Oh yeah, Just Lingual said on a different note, you said to ask about wings next time. I did. So, here is how I make wings. You make a single feather first. And Just Lingual, I trust that you know how to make a feather. You just do it in symmetry. Don't overthink it. I just used a damn standard and just cut a line down the middle here. Let's fix my brush. There we go. You just make a little blob, use damn standard like that, and then I just cut some lines on the side. Obviously at a much higher resolution, and that's exactly how I do it. Make sure you do both sides, the front and the back, so you'll want the Z symmetry turned on. Anyway, once you have that, I just use the same thing over and over again to make the actual wing. Something I really recommend doing is grabbing a reference. I know, no way. I'm gonna grab a reference for you guys right now so you can see exactly how I do this. You can spend time understanding how wings work, and that is, I recommend that. I also recommend grabbing a picture of a real wing. Now I'm learning about eagles. There's a bunch of different kinds of wings out there. Here's one. Bam, a wing. Put it behind your ZBrush UI and then turn on see-through mode. This isn't working because this I have intentionally to float on top of my UI. Yeah. Anyway, you can see my UI is behind here. Let me make this make sense. There. See? Haha. So, not see-through, yes, see-through. Find a wing that you like, line that sucker up, get your base blob shape. You can see it lines up pretty darn good because that's how I did this originally. Not with that specific picture, but you get the idea. And then you want to lay out your feathers in, there's like primary feathers, secondary feathers, just how there's like primary, secondary, tertiary forms. On a model, there are layers of feathers. Very, very similar. And so what you do is you take that feather here. I've seen people use array mesh, and I really just feel like that's more work than you have to do. Just take a feather, make sure it's not super high res. You're gonna want this to be like 1,000 points max. Draw a line out like that. If you don't know how to do that, W for 3D Gizmo, hold down Command, that's Control on Windows. Still holding that button down. Grab this little arrow and drag the spacing to where you want it to be. Now without letting go of your pen, but letting go of your keyboard hand, drag, and it'll repeat that spacing. And then from there, you could manually grab your move brush and move things around, but I really don't recommend that. What I recommend is getting bend to curve working. Add some extra nodes by grabbing this gold cone up here, and then you can bend it. How cool is that? So you can see that's how I did that first layer of of feathers. Yeah, my wing is made of wings. Go ahead and inflate that. There you go. And it lines up almost exact. You can do Command Shift D to duplicate it. and then kind of scrunch that up to the next layer. And what's really cool is you click auto groups and then shift F, you'll see a rainbow because each of these feathers are individual pieces. You can hold Command Shift and click to hide the ones you don't want, and then delete hidden. Delete hidden is located under Tool, Geometry, Delete hidden. And there you go. That's how you build a wing. Super, super fast. And it's very customizable that way. The back of the wing and the front of the wing should look different. Just putting that out there because I forget that all the time. There is in fact a front and a back to a wing. There you go. Catfish says, well, wings break like bones if that helps. The center pinion has blood and stuff. Yeah, they're called blood feathers. Not all of them do all the way down, but like I had a parakeet for a while, and that's why like if you ever were like trim, like they clip the feathers, the flight feathers on babies, and at first I'm like, that's so cruel, and then I had a baby parakeet and this thing wanted death. Like the first thing it did was like shoot straight up to the ceiling and hit itself as hard as it could, and I'm like, we're gonna do better than that. So anyway, you can trim like this area right here, and then they won't be able to fly as much until they get comfortable. And then by the time he was a few months old, he was zooming around and not hitting the ceiling. Anyway, but yeah, all of these would have blood in them. They're also like when the feathers grow out, they're like in these little like waxy tubes, which is kind of cool. You can see it better on a parrot than something as small as a parakeet. But you should Google that. It's cool. They're called pin feathers. Yeah. How to build a wing fast. Boeing is taking notes. You know, it's funny because when I did Google wing extended just now, I got a bunch of like planes, and I'm like, bird wing. Thank you. Very good. Little tutorial. That's probably a good one to put in the learning library thing, Aloha, I think. I don't know how off topic I got. If I say on topic enough at all to describe how to make a wing, we should pin that. Otherwise, no. I do like the ring, even though it's just a chainmail thing. This isn't really supposed to be there. Looks so cool though. We don't need that. No. All right. Wing. So these wings are going to be different. One of them's going to be mangled and one of them's going to be burned and charred. So let's go ahead and grab one. You know, before I get into this, I'm going to take a little break, actually. Crazy, I know. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I encourage y'all, get a drink, get a snack, get cozy, and I'll see you in a couple minutes. Hello, welcome back. Okay, I need help. I need input from the peasants. I don't know what to do with these wings. I know how to damage them. I know how to reshape them. I can't figure out how I want these wings to be posed for this specific form. So let's give some context here. This form is going to be the, damaged, beaten down, imprisoned, sad, mangled. Her second form will be angry and like she's free and she's vengeful. Third one, beautiful, and wings are fully extended. That'd be great. But for this, so I really would like the wings maybe to reflect that, like small to bigger to biggest profile, I just don't know how to make big wings take up less space. I can fold them up, but I want to make sure they still look mangled and stuff. If you guys, these are some references I have found for how to make them look damaged. I really love this pose. And then I also want to make this fit on 25mm circle base. So I do not want them just flayed out all around her. Do you guys think we could get this to work? This one here, where it's on her back and straight up, but like mangled and torn apart? Also, what does mangled mean to you? If we have one that's burned, we can have some missing feathers. And then the mangled one, maybe we can like cut that wing like in half pretty much. What do we think? I want input. Have them wrap around the front. It's not gonna fit on a base. I really do like this though. It's also, that would cover so much of the model if I have them wrap in front of her, Or maybe not. I hear what you're saying. It could be kind of like, I'm going to take this wing, duplicate it, and Dynamesh at a low resolution. I love doing this to sketch in 3D. Pro tip. All right, so I can take this, and then we can kind of visualize some options here. Oh, catfish might be right. I can totally make this fit on the base still. And it doesn't, we don't have to worry about the wings being the same size in all three forms. Magic. We just want them to tell a story that makes sense. I'm sure you guys have caught on by now, but if you give a suggestion and I say no, and then I do it immediately, very common. I'm just talking. It's a stream of consciousness talk. Something that I've mastered being on stream. I also say things I don't mean to say out loud sometimes, but it's my most low effort way of being able to maintain stream chat and talk in my head without censoring myself. And unfortunately that means saying no and then doing things, which is confusing, I know. All right, bend curve. I think in front was a great one, and it's really close to fitting on the base. I could absolutely do that. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna cover too much of the model. And then I did it, and it really isn't covering that much at all. Yeah. Oh, Catfish says yee, but it looks defensive. Yeah, that is a huge win of this. I've done this pose before on a harpy, and she has her wings in front of her because it wraps around a nest with eggs in it. So yeah, I've literally done this before and it wasn't occurring to me. Thank you, Catfish. This is a good one. This is a good one. I know art thingy stuff too. You do know the art thingy stuff too. You do. Hey, Otaka, welcome in. How does it feel to be the prized peasant? Oh my god, I knew you did the axolotl request, but I didn't realize you also did the astral seraph, and I was too lazy to look it up. And I'm like, what are the odds it was the same person? I'm like, that's right, it was you. If you guys didn't know, I did a compilation of my top downloaded models on my website, and the top 2 models were requested by the same person. That person is Otaka. That is extremely impressive. I have over 1,100 models in my library. Holy shit. Talk about good taste. I think it's because Otaka is a player and a DM, and that is like a magical kind of... I mean, a lot of DMs have been players. Doesn't mean that they're actively a player. We all know forever DMs. But anyway. Just Single says, I think of Howl's Moving Castle for wings in different states, but the wings stayed relatively similar and the coloring changed. I do like that, but that requires people being good at painting, and that is not me, and that means it fails the M3DM criteria. Play around with it and trust your eye. Lots of options. I love your references too. Thanks, Aloha. Aloha has become my emotional support guide for art, I think. It's been nice. I didn't even realize how, like, picky I was being yesterday until Aloha was like, stop it. And I was like, stop what? Oh, yeah, you're right. And I was immediately happier the rest of the stream. Thanks, Aloha. All right, I like that one. Let's do another draft of it. So I'm gonna duplicate that wing. Back and on up. Oh, that's fun. Yum. Yum. Okay, really easily distracted. We're gonna mirror this. Because I also like the idea maybe of them being on her back, because I like the wings in front because it's defensive, right? But I also like the idea of it on her back, like she is just like taut, like in pain, you know, like she's looking at her chest, which has been ripped open. I think that could work as well. I think it's going to be the ones in front. I think catfish is going to be the way to go here. But must try all options. Get that roughly at that shoulder blade point, scoot that on over, line up your gizmo so that it follows a plane consistently. See how it's all crooked right here? When I go to use the bend deformer, it's not going to behave if I don't get that sorted. All right, bend curve, very good. That's too many nodes. There you go. You want as few nodes as possible. Nodes are just these little orange orbs I can use to move around. All right, it's got to be down. That's too pretty. If she was looking up and serene and comfortable, sure. This doesn't look like she's in pain. This just looks like, well, I guess in this reference, the model is completely bent over, and also, come here. The wing has a downward bend in it as well, a little bit. I just don't like it as much. I can tell the first one is the winner. The wings tell a story. It's art. I don't know why you're yelling, catfish, but I'm enjoying it. I'm telling you, I'm so good at this. When I have people come in and they leave, they chat a little bit, even when they're brand new, I'm like, you're going to be one of us. You're a good peasant. And catfish was so peasant-y right from the beginning. Feels good to be right. All right. Just single says, emotional support Aloha for the win. My EE. Oh, I love that. Otaka said, literally the last 1 to 2 weeks in the tavern went way too good for me. Went too good for you. Went as good as you deserve. You're great. People, especially you and Aloha, have been super nice to me. And then the top models, something has to be stirring. Aloha is being nice to you too? That is suspicious. Oh, that makes me really happy to hear, Otaka, though. Seriously. Good. Good. Hey, it's Otaka, my goat. Yeah, you guys have been bonded pretty much ever since the... What was it? There's this grim, love of grim, dark Souls overlap nonsense. See? Again. Aloha, you're upsetting Otaka. You have to be meaner to him. You gotta balance things out. If you could get on that, that'd be great. Check tab. There is an idea for both forward and up. That's so funny that you grabbed that. Okay. This is a sign. Good taste. So this wing shape here, I have like the same reference. That's cool. That's very cool. Good taste. And considering I only grabbed a handful, the fact that we have like the same image. Hive mind, I like it. I think this one could be really impressive if I get it right. So let's try it. Let's see if I can, before I commit to this one shape. So we'll make a duplicate. We'll Dynamesh at a low resolution just to get the sketch out. And so there's two parts here. It's gonna be the bottom and then the top is going to fold inwards. You can do that with a 3D gizmo. Let me show you. I've only been using the curve modifier to bend it, but you can use it to twist as well. Click on this little gear, bend curve. We're just going to worry about the top and bottom first. Great. Now that that's there, these other cones will allow you to taper and to flatten and to twist. Where the heck is twist? That's not, no. There it is. Check that out. You can go to this node here, kind of work that twist a little bit more. It's a very complicated one, but it was definitely worth at least looking. I don't really have the same shape that's in this reference, but I think it's close enough. Again, it's like a sketch to see if I want that to work. I do like this one because it kind of has an in-between and it's a little bit more of like something's brewing, you know? Let's see if I remove this one here. Merge down. Kind of just pulling this shape here to kind of see what this would look like. Nah, I didn't like that. All right, there's a joint right here that needs to be apparent for this to work. It looks really cool from the back. All right. This arch, follow that contour down. Swoop up. Little bit of an inflate. I like how the back of it looks more than the front as of right now. Tilt that forward. And then on this side, it would bend like this. This one would be really cool, but to get what really is going to sell it is all the feathers going in different directions. That's going to be a shitload of work. I don't know if that's going to be very time-wise. Pull the top forward for more drama. Absolutely. And just the whole thing, really. And then making these as large as possible. We're gonna go ahead and ZBrush by half. Clean this up a little bit. Nah, this is it would be way too much work. It pretty much the better way to have done this would be to kind of pin the wings like normal right here and then break that other section. If I think of it that way, it's not that hard. Let me try it. Let me try it. So we're going to go to auto groups here and we're going to split these two different sections of the wings. So these are going to be their own thing. Come on, select. There you go. All right. See how this looks much more similar? Yeah. All right. Split mask points. I do think this is going to look better if there are two layers. I'm going to just right from the get-go, I'm going to duplicate that layer. Be nice if things stayed visible the way that they're supposed to. There you go. That's such a pet peeve of mine. When you duplicate a subtool in ZBrush, it hides the original 90% of the time. I don't like that. All right. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Touch that on that layer. There, just another layer there. It's not on what would be on a real wing, but it's sure pretty. And we're sculpting an angel anyway. Okay. The short wings here are going to do a good job of looking mangled too. That worked better than I expected. Just cutting off the primaries. And I can kind of have like a few missing. Okay, that looks great for the mangled wing. That one's pretty much just done as it is. And if we're able to get this other wing swooped up like that, it'd be so, so, so cool. Let's get that tucked in. Okay, really like that. That's really cool. If you make the wings really big, you can make it look like she is flying by sticking the tips of them into the base for later. I could, absolutely. I had to take a second to like put the wings on, rotate the model, back up, visualize it in my head. Absolutely. Yeah. But where is the emotional support Aloha for Aloha? Sorry, it's just you, babe. Jokes. You know we're always here for you. Otaka said, by the way, the Bat Wyvern looks awesome. If I didn't have many mini models waiting to be painted lying around ready, including a way too big Dungeon Master, I would already have printed it. Hey, not a problem at all. That was so much fun to make. I'm really pleased with it. I'm glad you like it. Artist, asymmetry is visually interesting. My OCD, asymmetry is an abomination. It is sin. It's true. For later, but for this, the long feathers could look like bars. Catfish, you were on fire today. Oh my goodness. I need Reaper to make a little emoji that's like a gold sticker equivalent. You know what I mean? Like, gold star for you. And not in a condescending way, but like genuinely, like, this is so fun. Like, you're killing it. This is so good. Oh, Hotaka says, everybody asks, where is Aloha? But nobody asks, how is Aloha? How is Aloha? Only answer if it's not sad. Just kidding. That's sad in itself. Okay. You guys are making me laugh. All right. Just making a small test version of what we did earlier. Why is this so thin if there's 2 layers? Be easier to print. That's fine. All right. We're gonna line this up so that it's connected. Man, it's really just build a wing today, isn't it? Why is it so short? I'm gonna grab my transpose line and just stretch this out for more oomph. And then let's see if I can get some curve on here. Not curve, twist. No, it's going the wrong way. You need to be over here. Yes. It needs to be another section. Okay, I understand. This is going to be piece 1. If I even decide to keep this, I just got kind of too committed to the bit here where I'm like, I have to see what this would look like. I don't even care if it doesn't make sense. Just want it to look cool. Trying things out. There we go. So if I'm gonna bend that plane, I could just do that here. Like that. Oh look, and it follows the line I was trying to do earlier. Crazy. Love when things work out. All right. And then I think if I grab Move Topological, I can start grabbing individual feathers and getting, why are you not doing the Move Topological? There we go. Individual feathers, and I think that's where this might start coming together, or it's not going to work. This is kind of the moment of truth. Okay, we can't look at, they're not tentacles, Mia. They're not tentacles. And I still have a lot of work to try to get this bent over. Yeah, and they're really low poly, so thinking. I'm gonna grab this section here. I have a plan. Yep. Still don't know if this is what I want. But I got the thing that I wanted. Goldfish Award. Can we have 2 different gold stars? One in high fidelity for good jobs and a crayon drawing for a sardonic good job. I love that, like a bullshit good job. Yeah, I do like that. Check general for ideas. You're all over the place. It's just a goldfish. I don't know what I was expecting. All right, I'm gonna screenshot that though. Wendelier. And I'm actually going to ask Reaper for that. Emoji request. Essentially, Tabard gold star equivalent. I can't spell equivalent. Why did I put 3 A's in it? Anyway, I fixed it. Okay. And then a DM, I think also from Wendelier, I can't tell, it just says W ... because I'm in streamer mode. Don't know who this is. It's gotta be. Nope, I don't know who this is. I will look at this later. Alright. Very good. We are back. Oh, it's looking cool. Oh, that was nice. I kind of looked away for a little bit and I come back and I'm like, oh, that's looking good. That's always nice, huh? That's looking really cool. I'm just gonna see if I can scoot this up here to get the effect that I want. Yeah. Because the wing, one of these wings is supposed to be mangled, the other one charred, so it just needs to look wrongish. That's good. You know, it fits together a lot better than I expected it to. Huge plus. All right, last thing I'm gonna do is some final shaping and kind of joining together. This is what I call like refining like the alpha angle, which is obviously it's a 3D model. You want it to look good from all sides, but I always do some final touches to make it look as good as possible from whatever that alpha angle is. It's usually in the direction the character is looking. That's beautiful. Wow. I do not like this song. Okay. I can't find my pen, but I also can't draw, so I don't know what I was going to do anyway. That's the most relatable thing you've ever said. That was me, but it's not time sensitive. Really? I don't remember you requesting that golem. Oh, this is similar to another request that I did on a different character, and I thought it was you, and I was confused. This is you. Duh, I recognize it. I scrolled up to the top. I'm gonna read it. Oh, it's for the little guy on the big golem. Yeah, absolutely. The golem, I think, looks very fantasy and cool. The little green Martian on top would need some workshopping. Would you be open to making that look more like a Pathfinder goblin almost? Because it's kind of a similar goofy vibe, but less adorable and not with a blue brain afro. The golem's cool. A mind goblin. That's cool. I like it. Yeah, I'd accept that. I'd pretty much make the rock brute look pretty similar to that. That's just pretty cool. It would just be the little dude on top. We could do something fun with it. My first thought is like Pathfinder goblin. Because they just look so ridiculous. I love Pathfinder goblins. Hey Mikeys, welcome in. I didn't know if I was going to pull this wing off, but I did. Alright, we need to add some damage to her hands. I was thinking about breaking one of her fingers. Man, the transcript of this live stream is fucked. But anyway, I was thinking about breaking one of her fingers to make it really look like she was, you know, tortured or beaten. But I thought that would just make the silhouette look weird. Because broken fingers look so broken. You know what I mean? So instead, let's just add like a cut or something. Did I mishear? Or was that a mind goblin I heard? Yeah, it's a request that Wendelia is working out with me right now. Please feel free to rework the little guy as you please. My favorite phrase. Yeah, what is the show? Cartoon episode. What was the show called? I think. Or the card. Borth Mahar. Major. What is this from? Card game I grew up playing and associated with what I watched called Borth Mahar. Yeah, what is the... I think other people might know what you are talking about and might enjoy talking to you about it. Just Lingual says, I know there isn't a basis for this. That's a great intro to any sentence. I like to think that goblins have some amount of turtle DNA in them. Don't know how, but they do. It was called Chaotic. Girl, I can't believe I have no idea what this show is. I feel like I have watched any a TV. Chaotic show game. 2006. I was definitely alive and watching cartoons at this time. It's also a game. Ah, I see. Yeah, I've never seen this in my life. I feel like I would have liked it too. You know a show that I didn't like growing up? What is it? Oh, that is not what I thought that was supposed to be called. No, not that one. It was Code something, and it was weird. It was like 3D, and it weirded me out, and it was always on super late, and so I'd only watch it if there was like literally nothing else to watch. It's like Code Lyoko? It was. Did anyone else watch this? I didn't like it. I thought it was weird. Why is this not 3D? Did I hallucinate? I swear to God this was in 3D and that's why I didn't like it. Why is this all 2D animation? This is it. Okay. I can be wrong. It's fine. Gotta be strong to not make inappropriate jokes. I know I say a lot of stuff. I don't even know what you're referring to right now, but I know I do that. My God. You're funny. All right. What was I doing? This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I feel like her chest doesn't look blown up enough. All right, to make this more clear, I'm gonna take my standard brush and just carve a really clear lip on the edge because it's obviously not clear enough. Contrast slider, fix it. Nope, made it worse. I'm the only person that thinks that this isn't noticeable enough. I don't know, it's a focal point. More. I'm not asking for help, I'm just complaining out loud. All right, I love the wings though. Huge gold star for Catfish because I just kept saying no, and amongst all of my knowing, I just made the wing awesome. I really thought it was gonna be too much work, and to be fair, it kind of was, but it wasn't that bad actually, and I think it was worth it. And I can pretty much use this wing in the like ascended revenge form. I might be cheeky and heal the other wing just enough to where there's two, because oh, it looks so cool, but we'll see. I'm pretty happy with this. Is this wing too tall? I feel like it's a little too tall. Oh, it just wasn't connected to her shoulder blade. That'll do it. I knew it was wrong, but not why. Otaka says, I can't believe that was my first ever chance to make that joke, and I didn't take it. You miss all the shots you don't take. Because it was 3D when they were in the pewter. Oh, that's right. It was a dumb computer. Thank you. Not a single picture on Google Images showed the 3D thing, and I always felt like I was going insane. Thank you. I didn't like that show. Oh gosh. I saw something recently saying like, oh, happy 20-year anniversary or some shit for Avatar: Last Airbender. And I was like, there's no way, because if that's true. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm turning 30 this year. I'm like, I don't know why that bothers me. I don't know why. 28 was fine, 29 was fine, but 30 is where I draw the line. I don't know. I have feelings about it. But I have all year to think about it because my birthday is like the last day of the year, so I can just relax on that. Anyway, okay. Is it really an M3DM live stream without a little bit of existential dread? Okay. We made huge progress on this in an hour and a half. I am so happy with this. My problem with characters with wings is I want to zoom out so you can see the whole thing, but I feel like it's so small. My bones are literally withering into dust. That tells me you're like the same age. Oh yeah, this angle looks stupid. Let's fix it. Let's make it better. You know, my favorite thing about 3D models and my least favorite thing about 3D models is there's like multiple sides. In case you didn't know that. It just keeps going. It's kind of cool. The back looks really cool. I just love that. I think it really sells. Okay, we're gonna take a screenshot because, oh, I didn't select the face on this one. That really bothers me. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna screenshot this because I forgot to do a screenshot yesterday on stream. Okay, ready, smile. Excellent. Yeah, everyone looks great. It's the silliest thing. I know you guys are probably just like chilling doing your thing, but like in my head, one of you actually smiled, and I think that's really cute. You know, they did a study on that where if like you, it's small, but like if you grab a piece of paper and a pen and you literally the act of drawing a smiley face, it does make you happier. Not by a lot, but it is proven to boost your mood by a little bit. I mean, I could see that. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. That was, nope. Anyway, it's fun. Smile. Do any of you guys have that problem when someone asks you to smile, you do the most godforsaken smile you've ever done in your life? My husband's like that. He has the best smile. And then in pictures, not as much anymore, but when we were first together especially, he just like, and I'm like, what planet do you think that's a smile? Yeah, yeah. Hey, smiles in the chat. Oh, I think that's so cute. I really enjoy that. Oh my gosh. That genuinely makes me very happy. The facial mimicry studies also saw that. Oh, no kidding. That's why we send screenshots and not models to you, so you can't see the unfinished back. That's true. You don't really ever send me a front and back of your models, do you? I'm on to you. Mikey says, yes, I used to do that too. So we all have memory problems here and can't smile properly. I love it. Excuse me, catfish? I'm only 27, you ancient boomer. Disintegrates on stream. Oh my god, why does 30 feel so old? I'm fine, I'm being so dramatic. Okay, it's really not a big deal. Still in my 20s. Just Single says, my smile is dynamic, therefore it cannot be captured with a static image. Ricky must be the same. You know, I kind of get that. I am not the most photogenic person. Like, I think I like how I look, and I love how I look in the mirror. But like in photos, I'm always like, I mean, it technically looks like me, but like, you guys see my face. Like, there's a lot of eyebrow action going on. And like when I smile, my whole face like scrunches. You know, I used to be kind of self-conscious about how wrinkly like my eyes are, I guess, if that makes sense. Until I played Baldur's Gate 3 and the character Will has like really prominent crow's feet. I've always loved that on his face. And I was like, wait, I have that too. I can like it on my face too. It was like really dumb, but it worked. Catfish do not have the facial muscles to smile. That's even funnier because now I just imagine a catfish flopping around the keyboard that's typing over there. I love that. Very good. Okay, enough blathering. How are we doing on time? I like to stream for about 2 hours. Really an hour and a half. I need to do more work than that. Do you guys want to see Barry? I finished him. I think I have it on here somewhere. Save. What are you doing? There we go. Oh, Loa's yelling at me. Hey. Hey, what? Do you not smile either? Hey, you do. You just sound Dark Soulsy. No burnout. Oh, you're right. I don't have to stream for 2 hours. That's a made-up rule. I can just leave. I'm gonna show you guys Barry and I'm gonna leave. I'm also gonna advertise at you. We're almost at 400 patrons. 400 people giving me money every month to make art. You could be one of them. Almost 400. Not quite 400. We're like so close, and that arbitrary number brings me joy. So if you haven't already, join for free at least. It's literally free to stalk my Patreon. I'm inviting you. All right, moving on. Aloha, you were so helpful. And then where is Barry? Duke says, I like that file name. Don't read my files. Crazy as shit workflow. Stop it. That's not for you to look at. It is a crazy as shit workflow though. But yeah, here's Barry. He is not posed in this picture, I guess. Where the fuck is the posed version? Probably because I have two identically named files. Which one's more recent? March 2nd. That's recent. Where is it posed? Oh my god. I have it posed. It's already uploaded and stuff. Anyway, I think this is him unposed. I just did like this little like dinky cute pose. But anyway, shout out to Ray who said it looked like he was throwing up beer. Ray did not connect that it was a beard. A beard, huh? Beard? Okay. He thought he was just puking, which really annoyed me. So I went through and gave him a mustache, and I actually think it looks a lot better. This was the before-ish. So, yeah, shout out to Ray. This will be releasing on Patreon next week. Yeah, Patreon. Support. It's good. 3D printer. Very fun. All right. Thank you, Aloha. Oh yeah, and the Discord. If you're not already in there. I know all of y'all are, but if you weren't, you should be. All right. I think that's it. This just feels like a natural spot to end the stream. Let's go back to the thing we actually worked on today. Yeah, really pleased with this. And on a serious note, thank you, Catfish, for being very silly and kind of helping me design these wings. Everyone gave really good input, but that was kind of one of the cornerstone design decisions here. So I really appreciate it. If it's a natural point for it to end, go for it. You're totally right. Duke said, sorry, it's the analyst in me. My wife gets annoyed when I point out imperceptible things in movies too. I also do that. I am you, but for my husband, it's cool. Thank you, Aloha. The model does look fantastic. I am so proud of it. Yeah. Okay. Great day. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I will be streaming again next week. Possibly doing a game stream this week. I don't know. I don't plan those really. They just happen or they don't happen. All right. Take care of yourself, okay? And get out.